Let me also ask this, Simone, because I did see a few black men interested in the comments.
I'm
Before
not
you make,
interested. Not,
I know. But I have a follow-up question. Why aren't you interested in black men? What is your reasoning for anyone who doesn't know?
excuse me, look. I've been traumatized too many times. Bro, I got PTSD. I'm in therapy still. No, I've been traumatized. I've been hurt. I've been down bad. I have not gotten anything from being with a black man ever. Nothing whatsoever. But hurt and pain. I'm not doing it. Don't look my way. I live in Beverly Hills. I got options. I'm not doing it.
So I'm gonna stop this here. Hell! Y'all remember this. We're gonna timestamp this as we get into this next segment. Black men ain't ish, right? She don't feel safe, all that good stuff.
Mm-hmm. They ain't ish. They done gave her PTSD. All right. They the cause of all her problems and grief. But now she in Beverly Hills. She got options. Brad and Chad love her. Mm-hmm.
Here we are. Once again, shout out to my guy O'Shea. O'Shea been doing a good job covering this. Now we diving into the divestors, dating out. All right. Here we go.
A booty picture when I got this particular message. And it came from a friend of mine's, and attached to the message says, the Jico Negro Saki will blur out the you know what. So when I clicked on the link, there is a particular photo. The message says, I know I'm not cotton, but will you pick me for prom? And this is interesting. You see the white guy next to her. You see her smiling. And, you know, some people think that this is a joke. I won't even.
So here we are. Let's stop it here. We're going to mind.
Here to the now. To the now. Here to the now.
This young girl here, she says, I'm not cotton, but will you pick me for the prom? And she got cotton all on the thing. And where we are. I mean, what we doing with the whole interracial thing? Shout out to my guy Jay Prince over there. Jay Prince said he ain't let none of his daughters date outside their race. And he's strong on that. And you get men on that side of the fence. So where are we?
Number one, I don't believe in teaching hate. And with that being said, this here, joking about hate and torment this here, you know, shout out to Luna. Don't want to take it there, but yeah, our ancestors paid the mighty price for this kind of madness. I don't play with that. That's just wicked. There ain't no good. There's nothing good behind that. It's sick. This is some pick me ish. If there ever was a freaking pick me, it would be a melanated sister asking her Caucasian love interest to pick her like cotton. That's sick work. There you go, E-Love. Straight sunken place. There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, this post sister here is in the sunken place. It's unfortunate.
So, yeah, that's a good one. So we're going to let her keep cooking. Yeah, like Mr. Walk said, sunken place.
Mm-mm.
Here we go.
Mm-mm.
Sick.
And get into the Twitter comments because we know they're roasting her like crazy. But this is not new. It's not new when it comes to black men or black women throwing each other under the bus to get to the white men. My question is this: when you go into this self-deprecating behavior, and that's all I want to prove in today's episode. I have no problem with people deciding what they want to do with their own personal life, but I also believe that if you're going to do interracial dating, you can do interracial dating without having to do stuff like this. And I'm going to use a person that I always talk about on this channel. Rewind! There is Olivia.
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
D's Vicious, who all the time is talking about how black men ain't this and black men ain't that. Here's an example of that right now.
So tired of seeing black women on social media talking about, oh, I'm so tired of the influx of sassy men. And it's usually, I know they're talking about, because when they start talking about what did they done, I saw this one lady crying about how the man basically was trying to test her. She went out on a date with this because she said, oh, this brother tried to test me. And her name was like Nappy TV or something on YouTube. I saw her on YouTube. And this woman looked like she was in her 40s, y'all. and she had natural hair. She was my color, like darker skin, and she was crying about some who was basically trying to get her to pay for half of the check, and he basically reprimanded her about how men want to be taken care of too. And she was basically crying over the sassy men that are now or just now here. Girl, I don't understand how black women don't understand that been sassy. Okay, go back and look at the 90s. Okay, and all the like Snoop Dogg, he made different songs about ain't shit but hoes and tricks. And he used to wear a damn perm. He used to wear his hair in braids and barrettes in his hair like a damn little girl. Like, why? Like, y'all think that black men just randomly became sassy? Them been sassy, okay? Easy was a sassy mother with this Jerry curl. I know it was the style back then.
So I'm gonna stop her for a second. All right. If y'all don't know who this is, she's on TikTok. She is, listen, I don't use this word often. All right. Close y'all ears. All right. The kids in the room. This is a self-hating mammy. Just to put it likely, go on her Instagram. She has nothing kind to say about black men, and white men keep doing her dirty, but she keeps saying that's only one. There's more out there, but she paint black men with a broad brush. But when it comes to white guys, oh, it was just him that did me dirty. It was just that other guy. But all black guys is bad. And yeah, she the worst of the worst. If some of y'all know who she is, like I said, she been on O'Shea. She been coming after O'Shea and everything.
Okay. Yeah, this is my first time experiencing this ratchet. Please, lady. Look, you can know what they all fit the same description. Huh? Hair helmet, check. She ain't got no lashes or no cake up, but she got that tired, lost, confused face. So hair helmet and Daisy confused and that 1,000 weenie stare. Whether it be Brad, Chad, Akbar, Omar, we don't care. You a wild ratchet.
So yeah, this woman here, man, I ain't gonna hold you. She is. Yeah, she up there with Cynthia G and them. Like she like the worst of the worst. And she's small though. She don't have a big platform. She's mostly like TikTok and stuff going viral over there. But yeah, no father in the home or a weak one. As far as that young girl holding that poster, talk about I pick cotton, pick me, and even this woman here, man. I don't know how they end up like that.
This I can't understand it. Like self-hate, that's a sickness, man. Shout out to Ronald Reagan for closing all insane asylums.
And the other DB come back. All right, come back with the $5 says it's amazing how these people forget there's history. Not safe around us black men, yet okay, go live with other men and see how that treats you. Sick work. And we're gonna get into it. That's why we're here. Trust me.
We listen here over here. We are all about accountability. We don't use our unique past and history as a crutch or excuse. Acknowledge it, wholeheartedly acknowledge it, and move forward accordingly. F the haters.
There you go. And like you said, a lot of these women talking about they gonna divest. They even coming out now talking about they would rather be in the woods with a bear than with a man. Bears, they feel safer around bears than men. Keep playing. And then the one woman went into the woods and got deleted by a bear.
Yeah. Well, actually, I don't think she did. She got mauled.
Okay, they're like taking a picture of it. Okay, there you go.
Yep. Yeah. She she felt the wrath of the bear, and she said it was a mistake, a terrible mistake. Yeah. What is that, ladies? I'm serious. Like we joke and poke fun at this toxic dating culture, but to what end will our women go to? Like, what is the point trying to be proven? Our sister Heathen Queen of the Heathens, she said pretty much women are looking to wait out the men. They say, you know what? We just gonna stop dealing with y'all all together, and y'all gonna fade out of existence, and we will reproduce with the Rainbow Coalition. That's their ultimate goal. Like some Pinky in the Brain, grand villain type stuff. We're gonna take over the world. But yeah, she's sitting there talking on these deceased brothers, calling them sassy. Brother Snoop Dogg. Like everybody just sassy, I guess. Ice Cube, everybody just sassy. Like that is it. At
And
the
they
end of
know, like the Godfather will say, how the black men don't play about that, and they try to put that stain on you. They know what that means. Like Kev would say, y'all know what that means. Literally, we ain't playing about this.
but they love throwing it around because Bonquisha all about sign language. She like, what? I gotta get you, and that egregious accusation, even when it's not true, it's the accusation alone is egregious, and she knows it, so she gonna throw it around forever. And she's like, I ain't getting no traction. I'm just gonna move out to the woods with bears. Y'all gonna come save me? No, we not. We too sassy.
And shout out to Team Peterson, says this KK Keisha coonery is why B does are marrying at 25% and dropping.
They don't believe in stats. It don't matter, Team Peterson. You's a liar.
And shout out to Key Meter for the channel membership, gifting one.
Appreciate you.
So here we go. She ain't done. Hit the like button.
Now, again, her hatred for black men is evident. She even talks about how she's glad that black men like me moved back to Africa.
Hey y'all, what it is? So I was informed that O'Shea Doogie Jackson, the dude who used to be so obsessed with me and used to make every video about every time I went out on a date with a white dude, he was making a video about it. Like, bruh. Like I was almost like the main character of his damn show, apparently. His Doogie show, whatever the Anywho, I found out, y'all, that he moved to Africa, and I hope a lot of black males do this. Okay, I hope a lot of you black males go back to Africa. To be quite honest with y'all, okay, a lot of black women will have to force themselves to divest and not date you. Okay, a lot of the black women that are on the fence and are scared to date outside their race. It would be more white zaddies for us. Okay, if a bunch of you go to Africa like O'Shea Doogie just did. Okay, I commend O'Shea Doogie. Okay, thank you for going to Africa. Like, just thank you for moving over there. Like, you fit right in with all the other ugly, facially challenged African males. Okay.
But recently, she's put up a particular video, and this is a person that loves white men. She doesn't date black men under any circumstances, but videos like this tell the tale.
Hey y'all, what it is? I am so consumed by my own mental health illnesses. As most of y'all know, I'm crazy. I have bipolar disorder and I have borderline personality disorder and also panic attacks and some other little things I'm not even going to mention. But I struggle a lot on a day-to-day basis with my mental health. And I try my best to use YouTube as an outlet for myself to express my streaks of creativity, my, sexuality and all that good shit, my preferences for white men, how much I like white men, which is all true, but it comes at a cost to my mental health a lot of the time. Let me explain. So y'all know I'm about to turn 30 in July. And the closer it gets to the July, the more I'm getting more depressed, y'all. I'm a woman with no kids. I don't have a boyfriend. I mean, you have options, but options are not set in stone. It's not like I have a boyfriend that I've been seeing for 6 months or a year. It's like, no. And that's for me. So yes, I don't have a long-term relationship. I'm not married. I'm struggling a lot mentally. And, YouTube used to be a good outlet for me to just express myself. And I've noticed recently that my viewership has dropped down a lot. I don't know if it's because YouTube doesn't like to promote divestors. It could be that, like a shadow ban or something, or what. But it's me. Like, I posted a picture of my body. My body looks great, by the way. I will say that.
What is that?
What y'all think? She said she looked great and then stepped back, did like the old drunk crackhead stumble.
What is that? This woman just sat up here. First, you give a disclaimer that you unwell, you are Bonquisha disturbed, and then you're gonna step back and say, I got a great body. What is this self-grandizing? Where does it get them, man? Look, I got a great body. you know what they say, face card hitting. They so fine and divine, but she up here talking about she depressed, single, and lonely. How your body amazing and you lonely? What are we talking about? Like, it's just too much. Gavin said it best. These people come here on Beyonce's internet and they talk too much. This ladies like this, a lot of folks, they cautionary tales of what not to do on the internet. YouTube will let you come here and do whatever you want. All right. And then you come here and say what you want for the most part. Obviously, you can come here wild, they'll take it down. But you want to come here and confess your unwellness, that you disturbed and unhealthy? YouTube say, go ahead. It's good content. Have at it.
And she up here looking.
You know, it behooves me that you hoes be walking around here stinking, funk, kitty cat looking ass. You hear me? And just goddamn all outdoors.
Here we go. This sister here, this self-hating woman. Oh.
Finally down to my goal weight, basically. And I didn't get that many like responses. It's like, damn, my body's not enough. Do I only get views if I'm talking about a dude?
Now let me say this. If you're a black person, black man or black woman, and you are to do things like this, and let's say there is some particular benefit, like you would be the richest person in the world, you would become an all supreme leader, I probably still couldn't justify it, but it would make more sense. But I see this kind of commentary happening so often, especially with, you know, if it's not African Americans, it might be brothers from Africa, sisters from Africa, or in the black world in particular. Rewind! When I was in Poland, and I lived there for like 6 years, I would always come across with African brothers that had similar things to say about their particular women. Now, don't get me wrong, all of us from the same place have some criticism of the women in our community. We get that. But in this case, when I lived in Europe, there were a lot of brothers, you know, from the continent that would put down their group of people in front of the Polish people. And they thought that this would get them cool points with the Polish people because it would prove to the Polish people that, hey, I'm in your country and I'm loyal to you. Well, but what I found out in almost every situation, whenever the relationship went south, that particular person would remind that African person about how they had no neighborhood or community to go back to, that they were in their country, and the same racial slurs that they would use towards their own people. Well, those people would have no problem exercising those same racial slurs toward the blacks. And you might call that racist, and it could be considered racist, but the reality is you taught that person how to treat you. For example, if you dog out the black community in front of them, well, you give them the green light to do it to you. And this is what happens. A lot of times when I see, you know, blacks, if it's black men or black women, doesn't really matter. And they go in and they have this particular attitude towards the community, and they go and they get with somebody white or somebody non-black. And they talk about the criticisms that they have of the black community, how they don't like black men or how they don't like black women. That person at first may not get involved in a conversation. And the reason why is they're probably shocked. Now, while they're in a relationship with you and you're not in the same race, they probably don't want to risk doing that kind of behavior against their own community, because while they're with you, they most likely have a lot of respect for their own people. And they're with you not because you do that. See, you didn't need to do that to get with them. If I was in Poland and I wanted to date somebody from the Polish community, which I never did, but if I wanted to, they're not dating me because I hate my own group. They're probably dating me because we have similar things in common. They may think that I'm funny or, stop the show, sexy. I mean, I am looking good. Don't get mad. Those are the reasons why they will want to engage me. Now, if I start to disrespect the community that I'm from, it would also make them disinterested in my own culture. It would make them value me less. And this is what I see. A lot of times when blacks get with whites, they have to dehumanize the black part so that the white part in their mate can be elevated. This is what Jared Carmichael does. Whenever he talks about the black experience in his comedy, it is often that he dehumanizes his own experience to elevate his white boyfriend's experience, which is not necessary. If you're with a non-black mate, that's great, but you don't need to disrespect the community that reared you to be who you are on the behalf of your white mate, which may make them feel uncomfortable. Just think about it. You're a person going around putting up signs like this And while the white guy might be in the picture, he might not really feel comfortable doing that because he's going to be considered a racist, and nobody white wants to be considered a racist, not giving him a pass. He might be a racist, but he might not want everybody to know that he's a racist because
it's a lot. It's a lot going on here. So it's a lot.
Left. And I was like, what? Yeah. So it's a whole lot. It's a whole lot. Ultimately, at the end of the day, I think one thing that still isn't being said is that women do not have the same opportunity to divest as men do. Ain't no ninja guy that come up here talking about pick me like cotton to little Becca. No, man, this is wicked. What's the word? Self-deprecating? Never said it. Don't know how to pronounce it. But yeah, like self-doo-dooing on yourself.
So there you go. Shout out to my guy O'Shea. And the reason we got here, we was talking about the woman on Ashley Dalton. And some of these sisters, the woman that was on here, they're talking about black men. They feel safer around bears and other races of men, but no black man. All right. We dangerous.
We dangerous. No, may that sister rest in peace. The one they got all discombobulated by that big Viking Caucasian brother. Why men are like bears, and that brother treated her like a whole polar bear. What's the word? What's the saying for dealing with bears? Here we go. Time out. If it's black, fight back. If it's brown, lay down. If it's white, good night. So why they say talking about the melanated man is worse than the bear? Even as a bear, the black bear is still the safest bear there is. But a polar bear? No.